there's a new handheld coming out, and it's twice as powerful as the Steam Deck. Is the Steam Deck obsolete? Well, we're going to find out about this new exciting new handheld, and I'm genuinely actually excited about it. It has about twice the performance of the Steam Deck, if you can believe it, and it's coming out later this year. We don't know the price yet, but I'm excited to see. So yeah, let's get into it. But before we get into it, smash the like button, hit subscribe, click the bell icon if you love everything gaming, everything tech, because we cover it on the channel, everything in between. And I love my Steam Deck, and I'm excited about. I just love handhelds in general, dude. I've got like a Game Boy sitting here. I've got a Game Boy sitting here. I've got an RG350 sitting here. I've got a damn Nintendo Switch Lite sitting here. I've got a Nintendo Switch OLED sitting here. All right, I've got like, you can obviously tell I'm just a massive handheld fanatic. And one that I've been very interested in is from a company called AYANEO, Aya Odin Pro. That company, you've probably heard of it before. It's one of the companies that makes a handheld Windows computer that sort of competes with the Steam Deck. Well, they have a new one coming out, and it looks absolutely amazing. Let's go take a look. Article comes courtesy of The Verge. The AYANEO 2 and the AYANEO Slide have specs that could challenge the Steam Deck. Not can challenge, will challenge the Steam Deck, because it's like has twice the performance of the Steam Deck, which is nuts. And it's kind of nuts that the Steam Deck just came out and there's already a new handheld announced that's going to basically, I don't know, like, you know, put the Steam Deck in its place. Both devices come with an upgraded Ryzen 7 6800U chip and a Radeon 680M iGPU, which that is just nuts. Here it is. Here it's the AYANEO 2. It's the successor to the AYANEO. You've probably seen the AYANEO all over the place on the internet. Let's just take a look and refresh your memory. This was the AYANEO. If you're going to Google Images here, this was the original AYANEO. You've probably seen this around, right? Oh, zoom out a bit. There's the AYANEO 4500U, and then they had the AYANEO Next, which was like a successor to the original AYANEO, and it has a more polished design. It's like a silver body, and it's got a beautiful display, slim bezels, just look really nice. It doesn't have the touchpads that the Steam Deck had, but this is very similar in performance to the Steam Deck, but it's like twice or three times the price of the Steam Deck. This thing's expensive as hell, but people love it because it actually allows you to run it at a higher power use, a higher TDP, and at like 35 watts or something. I think the Steam Deck is 15 watt. But you can crank this bad boy up to 35 and basically get better performance than the Steam Deck. But it's still at 15 watts. It's actually worse than the Steam Deck. But yeah, this thing, people have been talking about it, playing it, comparing it with the Steam Deck. Well, AYANEO has something new up their sleeve, and by something new, I obviously mean the new AYANEO 2, which looks really fun. It looks really playful, doesn't it? They've been absolutely like killing the handheld market lately, like just pumping out new console after new console. Handheld maker AYANEO is adding the AYANEO 2 and the AYANEO Slide to its lineup of portable PC gaming devices, both of which are set to come with an upgraded Ryzen 7 6800U chip, which is insane. This is like a laptop CPU they're putting in here, but obviously dialed back a little bit just so it could fit in that that mobile form factor, and a Radeon 680M integrated GPU with RDNA 2 graphics. Now, I believe you're going to get about similar performance out of this this handheld as you would with a 1650 Ti, I believe, which is insane for a handheld PC. So, like, games right now that like Elden Ring, which granted are unoptimized as hell right now, are going to be able to run hopefully at like 60 plus. We're talking about playing AAA games at like 60 to 100 frames a second with this new handheld, whereas the Steam Deck, you know, scrapes around 60 if it's lucky on a lot of newer games. So this is really interesting, you know, if you're all in on handheld gaming PCs. According to a report from Liputing, the Radeon 680M iGPU is capable of pushing 3.38 teraflops. That's more than 1.6 teraflops delivered by the Steam Deck. Now, if we go over here, consoles by teraflops, we could actually compare that performance to some older systems. So let's get down to some of the newer systems here. So the the Xbox One X has, I think, 6 teraflops. The Xbox One X has 6 teraflops. So this handheld here has about more than half of that. And the Xbox One X was a pretty damn powerful system. You know, it was able to play games at 4K pretty well. The PlayStation 4 Pro, another PlayStation's one of PlayStation's latest consoles, 4.2 teraflops. So think about it. This little handheld from Aya here, 3.38 teraflops. It's getting dangerously close to running games as well as the PS4 Pro. And like I said, this console was really made for like 4K gaming. I mean, that's insane performance. PlayStation 4 had about, how many teraflops did that have? 1.8. 1.8 teraflops for the PS4. Whereas this handheld gaming PC here has 3.38. So that's virtually almost double the PS4. Insane. And again, like I said, getting close to the PS4 Pro. That's insane for a handheld. As pointed out by Talent Tom's Hardware, the Ryzen 7 6800 APU accelerated processing unit comes with 8 cores as opposed to the 4 for the Steam Deck, and runs on the faster Zen 3 Plus architecture. It all comes with an integrated 680M iGPU, which has 12 compute units. For comparison, the Steam Deck had a quad-core AMD that runs on older Zen 2 architecture with an iGPU with RDNA 2 graphics and 8 computing units. So this new one has 12 computing units. Judging by these specs, the Neo 2 and Neo Slide could have the potential to outperform the Steam Deck. We know it's going to outperform the Steam Deck. No, like, there's not even any doubt that it will. But we won't know for sure until we see the devices in action. So I believe this comes in black as well. So here is the AYANEO 2. That's the white color scheme. Very Nintendo-esque, I would say. Well, both the slide and here's the slide. If you don't know what the slide, if you want to see what the slide is, this hasn't, like, we haven't got a release date for this bad boy yet, but this looks amazing. This is one of my pet peeves with the Steam Deck and handheld PCs in general, is that having an on-screen keyboard pop up over like half the screen or 3/4 of the screen is a massive pain in the ass, especially if you're playing some PC games that require some like input from the keyboard. You have to use this like awkward combination of pressing like the Steam button and the X button at the same time just to activate the keyboard. It doesn't pop up automatically, so you have to do that little combination and hope it works to bring up the keyboard, which covers like 3/4 of the screen, and then type in what you're wanting to type. With the AYANEO Slide here, you just had to slide the screen up and have access to a full QWERTY keyboard, which is insane. It reminds me of like an N-Gage or something, one of those old PlayStation N-Gage, one of those old N-Gage phones that used to double up as a computer, as a console. So yeah, the AYANEO Slide, it's got an RGB keyboard as well, which is insane. So AYANEO didn't provide dates for the Neo Slide or the Neo 2, but they said they're coming later this year, and while there aren't any pricing details either, the devices likely won't be cheap. The AYANEO and the AYANEO Pro and the AYANEO Next all cost over $1,000, much more than the $399 starting price of the Steam Deck, and we may see pricing that's hopefully closer to the Steam Deck with AYANEO's upcoming entry-level Neo Air, which is another console that they're going to be making. This is the AYANEO Air here. It looks more like a Nintendo Switch Lite, and it will have a Ryzen 5000 chip. But yeah, gosh damn, the performance of this like these are going to have the same like hardware specs. An AYANEO Slide, if that's got analog triggers on the back, that might be my go-to. But like, I'll be damned. Like, if this thing is twice the performance of the Steam Deck and close to the PS4 Pro, this is going to be a game changer, and it's going to maybe push Valve to hurry up with the Steam Deck 2. I think I'm a little bit disappointed they haven't thought about putting touchpads in here, because touchpads are good for PC games that require like mouse input. But yeah, so yeah, the AYANEO 2 looks absolutely amazing. I hope they do include a black color scheme on this thing. The D-pad looks a little bit weird, doesn't it? I'm not sure how much I like that D-pad, and I wish they did have the touchpads that the Steam Deck has, because that, like I said, that's handy for games that require a mouse input. So yeah, exciting. The Steam Deck has been dethroned, and with how long it's taken for people to get their hands on a Steam Deck, I wouldn't be surprised if like next year Steam announced a second version of these, because they can't be that hard to design and pump out, because a company like Aya, who makes the AYANEO, the AYANEO Next, the AYANEO 2, the AYANEO Slide, the AYANEO Lite, you know, they're popping out like, I feel like 3-4 consoles a year, different variants. So surely Valve has to keep up that pace, right? And like I say with everything, competition's great for people, especially the consumer, right? Because if you have one company making something like the AYANEO 2, it pushes companies like Valve to hurry up, to improve on their hardware, and to basically, they both drive each other to push harder and make better products. And I think that's what the portable market needs. Go check out my video that I posted earlier today talking about the possibilities of a PlayStation Portable 2 or a PS Vita 2. I think the handheld market right now is absolutely booming. People want to be able to play games and take them on the go, because as you know, everyone lives busy lives. You know, not everyone gets a chance to sit down for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours a day to play their favorite video games in their office, in their den, even on the living room TV. You know, people are busy. So being able to take stuff with you on the go, if you travel quite a lot, you know, these things are game changers. I remember when they said, back when 3DS was like shutting down, people were talking about handhelds dying out, and like, why do you need a handheld if you have a smartphone? You know, I think at this point, it's proven that people still love and crave a good handheld experience, and being able to take their main games with them on the go, on their Steam Deck, on their Switch, on their AYANEO. I think the market's there, and we're just hungry for handhelds, basically, right? Being able to play emulated games, all that good stuff, and play our PC games or Nintendo games on the go. And like I said, Sony's in a unique position. You know, they're working on a PlayStation 3 emulator, they're working on PS2 emulation on hardware. So I think they're in a unique position to capitalize on this whole craze for handhelds right now by making a PlayStation Portable that supports maybe PS1, 2, 3, and some 4. Because as we know, the Steam Deck can run PS4 games. It's been proven. So, like, I mean, well, PS4 level games and beyond can run on the Steam Deck, and it can actually emulate PlayStation 3 pretty well now as well. So, like, if Sony make a new handheld, include PS1, 2, 3, 4, PSP, PS Vita on it, I think it'd be an instant winner. So anyways, yeah, let me know what you think in the comments about the AYANEO 2. Are you going to get one? How much would you pay for one? Please let me know in the comments, because I read every single comment and I love just reading what people have to say about stuff. So please, I'll see you in the comments. Become friends with me on Twitter by following me on Twitter, link in the description. Blaze2kx, one word, on Twitter if you want the account name. Go follow me, say hi, and we'll be good friends, alright? Anyways, see you later. Thanks for watching this video. Take care. Blaze2k signing out. Like, subscribe, click the bell icon, and consider supporting everything I do on YouTube by clicking join and becoming a member. Peace. Bye.